season 2?
I've only seen like the first episode of season 2.
Oh man.
Because they were like, several years later, alright, I'm out. I just hate it when shows do that to you.
No, it was pretty good because like it's good to see.
I'm sure it'll be good because it's like the same people. Obviously, I love the first season, but like I'm not ready to fall in love with a whole new cast of characters, so I like bailed. They haven't gone back yet.
Yeah, that aspect of it is a little hard to get used to, but like I like how Robin became Nightwing, and they got Tim Drake as Robin now, and I can remember the third Robin's name. Like they show that he died, but like he was never on the show.
Jason Todd?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Okay.
Or am I just saying words? You don't know.
That sounds right to me.
I think Jason.
Yeah, I know it was Jason. But yeah, they never show him, but like they show that he died because he's remembered.
Yeah. Oh, there's a fan theory for Suicide Squad that Joker is Robin.
Ah.
That's why it had him. He spray painted that Robin is dead on the Batcave Robin costume.
Yeah.
Which they should have gone with because that would have made the movie way better.
Yeah. Well,
there's a lot of things they could have done to make that movie way better. So we shouldn't get into that.
I don't know. But then, like, if you think about that, then like he hooks up with Harley Quinn, and it's like the Harley relationship with Harley Quinn only works with like original Joker.
Yeah, that's true. But I also liked that fan theory because it gave, like, if he was originally Robin and he becomes like the second Joker, I guess, then it would give him a reason to be such a crappy Joker.
Yeah. He's like, come on, look what I have to live up to.
I can't be Batman and I can't be the Joker.
I'm trying, damn it. Look at all my crazy tattoos.
And then Nightwing's like, why don't you try being your own superhero? And then, like, there's like a crowd like, who's that guy? Nightwing's all mad.
Oh.
He looks kind of like Batman. Nah, that ain't Batman.
Go ride my motorcycle. Show you guys.
And Batman has a plane. Ugh.
Just got a motorcycle.
Pretty sure Batman has a motorcycle. Why would you use it? He has a plane.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what I noticed in season 2? They don't have Cyborg. They have Beast Boy, but...
Oh, yeah, Beast Boy shows up. I thought that was cool.
I knew I was gonna... Because that happened like towards the end of season 1, right? Where she gives them the blood transfusion.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, and it's like season 2, like they're brother and sister, kind of, basically.
Man. I don't remember a lot. I only remember the big parts because I saw it a couple years ago at this point.
Yeah.
I have to see season 2 before we see season 3.
Yeah.
And I assume season 3 is going to take several years after that. Guess that's fine.
No, I can see it taking like 1 year. Because if it's Netflix, they got to pump it out.
Or it could be like a prequel season.
Like before season 1?
No, that doesn't make no sense. Because that was the first team they put together.
Yeah. It's like Junior Justice League or something.
Justice Babies. Hey, scratch all those ideas.
Oh, did you notice Superboy and Miss Martian aren't together anymore?
Yeah. They're like, young love.
That weird fishy guy. The creature from the Blue Lagoon. The Black Lagoon.
She's into aliens. No, she's just not into... No! They're both aliens to her, right?
She's non-discriminating, right?
Nah, I got nothing. She's into what she's into.
Well, it's just weird how she went from the pretty boy, Connor, to, like, some fishy guy.
No, because, like, they probably all look gross to her.
Yeah, I guess so. When you think about it that way.
As a white Martian.
Ah, God, those white Martians. Not a bunch of lookers in the bunch.
That's Martian racist, Frank.
Marxist?
Yeah. Marxist. Yeah. I got...
Marxist?
Alright, so we are looking forward to season 3, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever it's about. And hopefully they have a budget.
I'm sure it'll be just the same as it was before. Like, it's pretty intense.
I remember it looking really good.
Yeah. There was a lot of alien shit happening at the end of season 1. Like, it's kind of hard to follow.
It always ends with aliens.
That's all they can do in the DC world. In the Marvel world, it's all about...
No, it's always about them fighting each other.
Yeah. And there's, like, mutants.
No, they have aliens show up sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not a big thing. Like, they don't have armies. But, well, unless you count, like, the Asgardians as, like, an alien race. So, like, probably, right?
Yeah.
They're from another planet.
Well, yeah, because most of the people in Marvel are, like, Earthlings that had, like, radiation.
Yeah, or
They're not
serum.
They're not aliens that landed on Earth.
But yeah, like even with the 4-episode crossover as aliens.
Yeah, like the season finale is always aliens for DC.
Aliens. Okay. Aliens kind of lost its luster, I think.
As long as you do it one per series.
Yeah. Young Justice is kind of dragging it out.
My favorite was Batman Brave and the Bold. The Starros, whatever the starfish were called. Where it just showed them attacking over several episodes. You have to rewatch that series.
I don't remember that one.
Because you know how in Brave and the Bold they'll have like a 2-minute intro that has like nothing to do with the episode? And then several of those intros started introducing the Starros attacking different like heroes until it led up to like the season finale.
We should watch that because I don't remember.
We'll watch that. We should, yes.
Let's do a Brave and the Bold binge.
All right. Shall we talk about? Let's talk about what we saw first. The whole quadrilogy I was talking about.
The 4-night crossover, DC's CW shows.
So it began with Supergirl.
Sort of.
Mostly.
No.
They did what they could with an episode that was probably already in the can, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely felt like it was shoehorned into the end. Just like Flash shows up. Hey, I need your help.
No, they did try their best because it showed the wormholes showing up.
Oh, yeah.
But it was always just like, whoa, weird. Okay, next scene.
I didn't even like build on it though, because like it shows up first. And I'm like, okay, that was weird. And it shows up again, and then it's just another weird thing. They don't like get a little bit of explanation of what it could be or something, and then at the end finally reveal it. But like it's just like, oh, I don't yeah. Just like throw it in here and here.
I was like, oh, hey, what's up? Come with me, okay.
It was good enough, I guess, to like start off the series.
Yeah, well, they made it work.
It led into the Flash, because the Flash comes after Supergirl. I like how they did it in order. It's like Monday's Supergirl, Tuesday's Flash, Wednesday's Arrow, and Thursday's Legends of Tomorrow. And like of course Monday was the Supergirl story, and then Tuesday it's about Team Flash and like all his time travel stuff that's going wrong.
ruining everyone's lives.
Yeah. And it's like they put it together really well with the time travel show. The guys, the legends, like they said they got that message from him in the ship, but it was like from like 40 years in the future. That's the longest time.
So whatever, that's still supposed to happen then, right? That transmission they got?
Oh my god, you should have seen what happened on The Flash. They did their mid-season finale. I was like,
oh, that was this past week?
Yeah. Should I tell you about it?
No, we gotta focus. We're talking about the crossover.
Oh, okay, so like, since they didn't really do too much setting up on Supergirl, like, it was cool to see it on the Flash episode, because like it shows him going to Supergirl and asking for help, and then he goes to Team Arrow to ask for their help. It was a cool little like Flash popping into Arrow world. Like Dig still gets nauseous when Barry like zooms him anywhere.
Oh man, he can't be carrying them in a comfortable way though. Like, does he just grab one of them in each arm, or on his back?
Supposedly, like, I like to think of the X-Men excuse. What they did is, like, he said, as long as he holds the back of their neck, so they don't get whiplash, that'd be okay. So, like, you just have to run with people,
and bugs in their teeth.
Yeah, what does that look like too when you're like obviously you can see where you're going, but like if you're going at super speed,
you probably can't comprehend where you're going.
I guess that'd make you puke, right?
I'd puke.
Yeah.
Lesser things have made me throw up.
Oh shit.
Like, I couldn't have Spider-Man's abilities because I'd be sick all the time. Like, there'd have to be a long, like, time between swinging onto the scene of the crime and, like, then I'll take, like, a 5-minute break. Gather, compose myself.
Yeah. Spider-Man's gonna have to take the bus on this one, too. Maybe I'll work my way up to a bike.
Just like, height, I don't like heights. But if you got height superpowers and you don't even like heights, like, and you can, like, but now you can jump long distances or swing on webs.
That should be a show, The Unfortunate Superheroes. Okay.
Team Phobia.
Guy turns into an alligator, he's afraid of reptiles.
Why don't you just jump off the building? You're invincible. Can't do it. Like, he has to take the stairs.
For a guy with super speed, his phobia is like, I guess he just gets motion sickness.
You can go fast, right? Not too fast.
I'll work my way up.
I'm going about 70 now. My car goes 70.
Yeah.
And so can I.
It's like that they didn't really like let Wally join in on the alien fighting. It's like he was there, but it's all like...
Well, it's his fault. He could have helped him, but he sucks.
He's still learning.
I just had to hit him once, right?
He's a baby speedster. We'll get to...
Oh yeah, at the beginning of The Flash, it shows Arrow and the Flash fighting the mind-controlled people. The team that got mind-controlled.
Yeah.
Remember at the beginning it shows the cutscene where they're hiding like on the side of a building and they have to fight their friends who are being mind-controlled, including Supergirl.
Yeah. How did they just not die instantly?
And then it rewinds to how it all started.
Yeah, him getting the team together.
Yeah. And then at the end, then we see the big fight.
And while he helped, he saved Flash from like getting killed. Then he gets his ass kicked.
He could have, like, run away. He has a lot to learn, let's just say that.
He hasn't thought of that yet.
Hey, guys.
It hasn't occurred to him. Apparently, with super speed, you don't get super thinking.
He had a long time to think of that plan, but
that's what trips me out the most about, like, if you were to have, like, super speed, like, obviously you could think faster than normal, right?
yeah.
So,
I really like that Barry Allen song I think I showed you.
Barry Allen song?
Yeah, there's some band made a song about him. I'll show that to you.
Yeah,
It's a good song because I don't get rock music. That's another podcast.
Should we bring the guys from Throwaway Kids back and, like...
No, I don't get it. What do you do again?
Why do you do it?
Oh, follow-up question. What?
How?
Is this jazz? Who booked this interview?
So there's a Barry Allen song?
Yeah. I wish I knew the name of the band. I think Jim's Big Ego sounds like it could be correct.
Maybe that will fix it in post.
I won't. But I will leave a note in the show notes. All the things I said that are wrong. Alright, but so, we do get... Yeah, there was a lot about Wally West in the Flash episode, huh? Because he's training, and then everyone lies to him about how while his training is going. How does that help anything?
He's like... He doesn't think he's, at his full potential yet.
But he obviously didn't care either way, because he still tried to help.
Yeah. Well, he just wants to help because he can. He doesn't think about whether he should or why.
What?
What are we talking about again?
Well, he could help a little bit. I mean, even that hologram can do some work, and it was a hologram. The hologram took in like 5 people at least. And almost took down a major masked villain.
Wait, what hologram?
Remember they made the Flash hologram when the Flash couldn't run anymore?
Oh, yeah, with the satellite.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense.
Wally could do as much as a hologram. I will argue that.
Well, he can do a little better because he can actually, like, hit people.
Yeah.
Do something.
Well, maybe he wouldn't be allowed to hit anyone. Rookie training.
Yeah.
If things escalate, call the real Flash. Here's your Flash walkie-talkie. Looks like it looks like the cartoon walkie-talkie. Like with the Flash's face you talking to.
Yeah.
Like you get it.
The antenna sticking out of the top.
Because, why would you even commit crime in that city? First of all. But secondly, once you do, wouldn't you be intimidated by anyone that can go that fast?
Maybe they have, like, a criminal, like, society where, like, they just all agree, like, they can't catch us all. So we just, like, crime sprees all over the city. They're not going to catch all of us.
How often are there crime sprees? Just because, this is like a broader issue of like superheroes and stuff. Is like a lot of them, like they'll establish the superhero by like stopping the petty crime at the beginning of an episode or beginning of a movie.
Right.
Well, they're like, it's like it's clear and obvious vandalism, like some guy on a motorcycle steals a woman's purse and rides off. or like some people like clearly trying to mug like a woman in an alley.
Yeah.
It's always like very obvious, very like
not inconspicuous.
It's very conspicuous crime. And it's like when once it's an established superhero, like you can't do that trope anymore. How does that crime exist anymore? Like, okay, so you can't leave to a city without superheroes, Maybe so. Okay, you still live in Metropolis or Gotham. You still want to make a living as a criminal. Can you be a little more subtle? Because now
like
people,
masks.
if you want to be, if you want to be a supervillain, get a mask, get a name for yourself. And then you can do supervillainy. But if you want to just do petty crime, maybe don't call so much attention to yourself.
Use some discretion. For God's sakes.
What would the Joker do? That's what a villain could ask themselves. Make sure you shoot at Batman or Superman, even though you know it's not going to work.
That's a given. That's like rule number 1.
I don't know. I think that's a little unfair, though. Might as well give it a shot. I think I was looking at it all wrong. Look at it from their point of view. Like, are you going to say you didn't shoot at Batman or Superman?
They already got you for one crime.
So isn't that like always attempted murder, at least?
Yeah. I don't know how much worse it is than robbery.
I don't think you could get them on attempted murder, because what, is Batman going to see you in court? That's the guy that tried to kill me. And what was your name again?
You can put me down as the Knight.
He just beats up the judge before he escapes. You didn't have to beat him up. He's like 80. I was thinking of like the the Batman vs. Superman Batman. Just beats up everybody.
Oh shit, when he went to court, it fucking blew up and killed everybody. That was pretty crazy how they just show him like standing there after the explosion. He's like, should have known.
He's like, what a mess. Yeah, that was, DC movies. That's why we're talking about these shows.
Yeah, they're a little more lighthearted.
Much, much more lighthearted. Could you imagine if Supergirl hated her job and hated humans like Superman in the movies? I don't care if I have superpowers, leave me alone. A real riveting series there you got on your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's something that's really good about, like, these people want to be heroes.
Yeah. They actually want to help people.
And there's, like, people that want to be villains.
They do a good job of, like, setting up their origins of, like, this terrible thing happened, so, like, they're trying to make sure nothing like that ever happens again.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
They all have missions.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they do hate... Well, I was going to say they all get along, but they don't for part of it because of Barry and his time dickery.
Yeah. Like, apparently they find out that he went back in time and created Flashpoint, and then it fucked up the timeline. That's when they get mind controlled. That team is all the people that didn't want to hang around Barry. They're like, screw you, man. We're gonna go off on our own. We need you.
A lot of good that did.
Yeah.
Oh, and I remember Vibe. What's his human name?
Cisco.
Cisco. He threw Barry under the bus. He's like, yeah, Barry, why don't you tell him? And everyone's like, what? What do you want to tell us, Barry? And he's like, well, fuck, now I have to.
That was a dick move.
Yeah, and he's like, well, what do you want to tell us? What do you guys want in your pizzas? You're gonna order pizza. Well, it's on me. Alright, so like a lot of the Flash episode is about them talking about, or just trying to get over Barry changing everyone's lives.
Yeah. They get over it when, like, he mind controls them.
Oh, and then the Arrow acts like a dick to Supergirl. Remember?
Yeah, he doesn't trust her.
I don't like aliens. Harsh.
And first of all, I gotta deal with this kid with super speed, and I'm like, that's traumatizing. And I gotta deal with you. One thing at a time, maybe.
Get in line. Why is it always a good idea to tell the superpowered person to be a dick to them? It doesn't sound like a good strategy.
Yeah, well, they didn't really do anything with it. Like, there's no consequence of it. It's just they were able to do the thing of, like, Supergirl helps out Arrow, and like then he changes his mind.
Yeah, like it was just like that part. It was the scene.
No other consequence. Right?
It was just a scene where he tells Supergirl to leave him alone, and then the scene is like, "Oh, you're all right after all."
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole Arrow episode didn't have Supergirl either, did it? Okay, so at the end of the Flash episode,
after everyone's not mind controlled anymore,
but they have to retreat. No, they're still mind controlled. I thought the whole Arrow episode, remember, was while they're in the mind control. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they stopped the mind control, and then they're heading back.
Yeah,
and they're right outside like their fortress or whatever, huh?
Yeah.
They just all start getting abducted.
It's outside of Star Labs.
And that starts the Arrow episode.
Yeah.
And most of the Arrow episode happens inside their brains.
Yeah, because like they're being held by the aliens, and like they're forced into like an alternate reality where everything is awesome. Like nobody's dead.
I don't like. Could you ever be happy there? Because okay, so it's the Arrow, his sister,
yeah,
and one of their friends, two of their friends.
Yeah, the John Diggle, who's Spartan, and then Ray Palmer, the Atom. Is also in there.
Oh no! And then the blonde girl too.
Yeah, from Legends.
Yeah. And all right, so they're all trapped in there, and and then like they're just getting more and more weirded out by the place.
Yeah, because like everything's too perfect,
and like things aren't like, hey, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
And then they figure it out, and then his sister wants to stay.
Yeah, because like she sees that it's perfect. Like, she can accept that it's a lie, I guess.
If it would have been funnier if she's like downing whiskey and like eating a cake. I can't even gain weight here. It's awesome.
Fuck anyone I want. Not get any STDs, man.
So what if I have a few questions and they throw some ninjas at me every time I have questions?
Come on.
Because that's what happened, right? They're like, hey, this place is kind of weird. And then like, yeah, and it seems like every time we ask questions, it gets worse. And then like Slade shows up.
Yeah, they had to fight him.
So they fight him, and then, well, the sword girl stabs him.
Yeah.
Remember, like, because they don't have any weapons, and they're gonna get their asses stabbed by swords. But then she shows up and stabs Slade, and then she's like, oh, hey, I know how swords work.
Well, she's like, hey, how did I do that?
So then they decide they're gonna escape by going to like a weird, creepy building.
Yeah, they said that there's something weird about the building, right?
The smoke building? Yeah, nothing weird about that. It says smoke in gigantic letters over the city.
Spelled differently, but still kind of ominous.
We get the idea, though. It's spelled cooler, like Mortal Kombat.
Smoke industry.
But then the sister doesn't want to go.
Right.
Because she's like, nah, it's better here. You should stay. And they're like, no, we're leaving.
But then, out of nowhere, she's like, oh, I changed my mind. And I'm like, let's go. Everybody's just like cool with it. Like, all right. And then they have that fight scene against all their enemies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this guy who's supposed
and
to
it was even like on the runway or something, wasn't it?
No, it was in
the
like
landing pad.
It was in like a garden.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. Yeah, some fancy looking place.
There's a different one on the landing pad.
Was that the end fight with the aliens you're thinking of?
Oh yeah, where they fight the alien army. They're all running at the alien.
Yeah, all the heroes
Good
at
time.
once.
So most of like Arrow was like character driven for them.
Yeah, because like that's mainly what the Arrow show itself is really all about. It's like
Relationships.
Since he doesn't have superpowers, it's like all drama. It's about like his girlfriend that died.
And a couple of sweet sword fights.
A lot of sword fights. When they're showing like all of their enemies coming back to fight them, like I thought it was going to show Ra's al Ghul, because they did Ra's al Ghul on Arrow before. Like he killed the Arrow, but then he came back, like he lived. It was trippy. It was fucking Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, yeah, but then they escape at the end.
Yeah.
But they're still on the alien ship. And they have to escape the alien ship.
Yeah, they find an alien blaster. And they start busting caps.
Oh, that's when I started laughing. Because they're like, oh no, we ran into aliens, duh. Did you really expect you'd sneak off the ship completely unseen?
I was surprised that, like, once they woke up, like, you would think you'd have someone, like, monitoring these humans that...
Yeah, there's, like, no guards or... No one's ever escaped our pods, ever! Or happiness pods, or whatever they call them. Who would want to escape? Stupid humans.
Pleasure pods.
We gave you our finest pleasure pods and you turn around and attack us?
It's just ungrateful. So yeah, they get out of it,
Oh, but still, no, back to when they pull the blaster off the wall.
Yeah.
So they run into the aliens and then like they turn and like there's just like this object on the wall. It looks vaguely like a gun. Like you can point it at things. But I thought it was gonna be like some intergalactic emergency fire hose. Like it was just gonna spray foam everywhere. Like how did you who puts a gun there? Like the soldiers would have their own guns, right?
Yeah.
That's like
it's hard for the aliens.
That's literally like if we had at the mall, like break glass and get a gun out in case of emergency.
Yeah, pretty much.
Aliens are attacking the mall, so then you see the emergency gun. You just break into and start shooting everyone near you.
So me, I got the gun first. My gun.
I'll survive. But yeah, so it would have been much better if it just shot a bunch of foam, because it would have helped, right?
Yeah.
Like if you just foamed up the whole hallway and they couldn't chase you.
Yeah. Put in some slapstick of the aliens.
There's no budget for that. Just only laser shots.
Yeah.
Those are easy to animate, I bet.
Just one color.
Yeah, just a line.
So, like, they fight their way through the spaceship and they get to an escape pod, right? And then they get off the ship and, like, they don't really know how to pilot the ship, the escape ship.
Oh yeah, but then they get into like a space battle for a moment before they get captured again.
Yeah. It's very Star Warsy.
And is that when do the Flash and Vibe go to the ship? Someone goes to the ship, don't they?
They get picked up by the Legends ship.
Yeah.
The time ship. A lot of ships.
Good. That's what I was thinking about too. Like we were complaining about all the aliens attacking earlier, but I love sci-fi stuff. I like aliens and all that stuff. Yeah. Probably why I gravitate towards DC. But I was just thinking about because Rogue One is coming out.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking back, like, remember when Lord of the Rings was big for like the 5 or 6 years those movies were coming out? Yeah. And then everything had to be some epic, like, fantasy with a bunch of grass and hills and filmed in New Zealand.
Yeah, and that's when all the Elder Scrolls games are coming out. I'm like,
and everything's, God, so boring. I can go outside and look at grass and trees.
But it's Dungeons and Dragons come to life. Basically.
in a video game, though. Or a movie. But it's like, I'm so sick of this Lord of the Rings crap. Like, I don't want to see goblins or trolls or elves or anything with pointy ears. I don't want to see anything that's green. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see anything carrying a club. I don't want to see giant versions of animals we already have. I don't want their idea of a villainous army to just be ugly people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had to live through that for like 6 or 7 years. Well, like, not only Lord of the Rings coming out and everyone talking about that, but like all the things that were trying to copy it and ride on that bandwagon we had to go through also.
Okay.
And now I'm worried that because Star Wars is back, what if I get sick of sci-fi stuff? And I like sci-fi futuristic stuff. But now it's just lasers and energy beams and space stations.
Droids.
So many stupid droids.
Well, let's see. You can't get sick of that, though, because that's the good stuff.
We'll see. Because because even though they've been repeatedly telling us that there's a Star Wars every year now, I was like, what? I thought Rogue One was going to come out like sometime next year.
Yeah.
Like I still assumed it was too early for another Star Wars.
No, I knew there was going to be one a year.
Well, because they kept telling us. But I just it doesn't feel like this is how soon a movie comes out or a sequel comes out, you know?
Yeah.
So, I thought it would come out in March. I don't know.
But then again, the Rogue One's not a sequel to Force Awakens.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's still a Star Wars movie.
It's not part of the saga.
So, how am I supposed to get excited for this saga if I have to go see this in-between crap?
Because it's something. Yeah.
Give me Star Wars. You fucking got it. I'll give you all the Star Wars you can handle.
And it's funny how, people who, said that one of the things about Force Awakens was hard to get through was that how reminiscent it was of the original Star Wars movies. And, everybody's getting all excited about Rogue One, and, they're just excited that they're going to get to see AT-ATs again and, the Death Star.
Yeah, it was yay, we got to see the things. And plus, you know how it ends.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, then again, you don't know, if everyone's going to die at the end, because, all the characters are basically disposable, right?
Well, yeah, I guess
Unless they, do a cameo of...
They probably did some... I bet they kill them all off, and then they did some test screenings to see who the most likable characters are, and, one or two will survive.
They'll do the edits for them.
And then Rogue One will get Rogue 2? No, wait, it can't, huh? It has to stand alone, doesn't it?
Yeah, they said they're not going to do anything like that. Yeah.
Do you think they're going to try to remake the original trilogy at some point?
No. Not unless it's in 50 years or something.
Well, every single year, Frank. There's going to be a new one.
Was it going to go up to episode 13 or 14?
Forever, until all the movie theaters burn down because of an asteroid or something.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what, forever.
What do you think is going to happen, when the Marvel movies run out of, stories?
Well, at least they can have original stories and lots of characters. I guess Star Wars can too, but it feels like they have to keep referencing things we already know about Star Wars. Like, what if every Marvel movie, like, Wolverine has to walk by? You're watching Marvel! As he, like, waves right at the screen. Like...
He has to say the word mutant.
I wonder what Wolverine would do. We better call him up. Hey. Hey, bub. But yeah, it feels like they have to do that in Star Wars. Like, it can't just be Star Wars and then, you know, here's some new ships and here's some funky aliens and here's some dude in some robes with a light sword. They're always like, it's the Millennium Falcon. It's the Death Star. It's a star. What do they call it? A Star Destroyer. Remember AT-ATs? Yes. Like, I don't know. There was a time, and like, because they have to keep going, like, they have to keep reminding us what Star Wars is. It's the same problem I have with Batman movies. Remember Bruce Wayne's parents died? Yes, I know.
Yeah, they haven't really ventured
That's like the only thing I know about his past. They don't tell me where he went to college or nothing. They didn't tell me how mean he was to Alfred. Sometimes.
That's what the TV shows are for.
So, like, you know, stop telling me what I already know. It's like you have to show Superman crashing into Kansas again. And, like, for all of Marvel's faults, at least they get that. That we can just introduce Ant-Man or whatever, like, C-class hero. But it's a movie. We'll live with it. We'll figure it out. Well, like, no, because they give origin stories, but at least for people you don't know their origin.
Yeah. They're kind of people you have to care about. Like, because they're integral in later movies.
Yeah. Alright, I'm running out of things to say about superheroes. We still have to talk about the last part of the last episode, what is it? Tomorrow's Justice? Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, the legend section of the crossover. Well, it's cool because, like, the Arrow one ended with them going into the time ship, and then so it just the next day it picks up where it left off. Or, like,
oh yeah, that's what was, no big deal for us. Yeah. It was just another day in time.
And then they actually had to go back in time to, like, run an errand or something.
Oh yeah, but there was a whole subplot with the guy has a daughter now.
Oh yeah. Well, because that's, like, some of the drama that's going on in their regular season. Like, apparently he messed up the time stream too.
Whoops, everyone's just getting in on it. Everyone gets to get one. Maybe you didn't know, but don't do it again.
Yeah. Like how, like, I saw something online that pointed out how, like, Cisco wanted to join the team to go back in time, and, like, Flash gives him a look like, dude, really? Like, you're giving me shit for going back in time and messing things up, and, like, here you go jumping at the chance to go back in time and possibly fuck something up. Really?
But didn't he figure that out after?
Yeah.
It's like, now you ruined the time stream. Ah, bummer.
It's like, well...
So technically you killed your brother. The time's a bitch.
So, Barry, good news. I'm not mad at you anymore.
Bad news. I'm really mad at myself.
I did a bad thing. Yeah, the Legends of Tomorrow episode had them go back in time to the point where the aliens first attacked, and that's how we first learned of them. But the twist in the episode was that the only reason that the aliens came to the Earth at that time was because those guys went back in time and were there, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So
because the alien would have been tortured either way. No, because they were only there because the metahumans were showing up.
Yeah, they popped up through time travel.
And then, so I guess if the aliens showed up and everyone was like no superpowers, they'd be like, whatever, ditch this planet.
Yeah. Apparently they don't like to be challenged.
Oh yeah.
Humans.
And there was the whole thing with the agent, who was still the agent in the present, like 50 years later.
Yeah, they had the young him and the old him.
That was cool.
Yeah.
He's all bitter.
But he gets his comeuppance.
They said something like, you're being sent to Antarctica.
Because that's where you send bad people.
But he's old. He's just gonna die on the trip there.
Probably.
You gotta just give him a desk job.
In Alaska.
Yeah. At least he could visit on the holidays. Jeez. I must have a family. You should just put him in a home. Yeah, everyone's gonna believe your alien stories there, Pops.
Take your meds.
Oh yeah, but then like they had that, what was that press conference at? They had like a press conference that they saved the world.
It was like in the hangar where they had their like headquarters of the Justice Friends.
Yeah, I was like, that's a weird place to hold a presidential speech.
Yeah. You think there'd be a bigger audience?
Well, usually like they show them like in front of like giant columns in Washington D.C. You know, like in front of like tons of press.
Yeah, it's like an auditorium, right?
Yeah, they looked like they were in like a airplane hangar.
Yeah.
They just hung up a sheet behind them.
Well, that's their budget, I guess.
Oh, maybe a lot of places got blown up on account of all the aliens. And I imagine aliens just attacked. You don't want your president to be like...
out in the open.
Yeah. So now they know there's aliens, though. Now what?
Well, I don't know if they'll do much with it on any of the other shows, but that's gonna like be a running theme of the Supergirl episodes. I know that much.
Yeah, Supergirl's all about aliens.
Yeah.
But the other ones, not so much.
Yeah, the Flash is about time travel, and Arrow's about
arrows.
Yeah. A lot of fighting.
And moping. Oh, they all mope.
It's a superhero thing. You can't be a superhero unless you're gloomy.
So is that it? The end? What did we think? What did you think of it? Like,
it was definitely worth watching.
They've done crossovers before, right? Was it like this like their biggest one?
Yeah. Because they did a Flash and Arrow crossover. And they did a Flash and Supergirl crossover. And then I guess they skipped the part where they do a Flash and Legends crossover and do Supergirl Arrow crossover, Supergirl Legends crossover. Like, they just bypass all of that. Throw them all together.
Just make it work.
Yeah. And it did a pretty good job. I'm glad
it was fun to watch. Like, even though I didn't know most of the characters, like, they were able to, like, just focus on the ones that had good stories to tell.
Yeah.
It's because they're like, there was a lot of people in this episode.
A lot of storylines to follow.
Yeah, and I didn't know none of them. At least they told it in a way where, like, you get the gist of it. You get the context of all of it. Plus, they introduced new problems to all of them because of Barry and the time stream.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know who, like, that metal guy was on Legends. Like, because I hadn't been watching it. I need to go back and watch the whole first season. I don't know what the hell happened. They're fighting Vandal Savage. And I don't know what happened.
Well, that makes sense, since he can live through all time.
Yeah.
Alright. So I think that's enough. Alright. We have
Thumbs up.
the end. Thanks for listening to the Bystanders Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/GameMusicForAll. You can find links and show notes from today's episode at thebystanderspodcast.com. Follow us on Instagram at The Bystanders Podcast and on Twitter at TBS Podcast. And you can support the show by subscribing to us at patreon.com/GenoBoost.